Hello everybody and welcome to another video here on the CinemaSpeak YouTube channel. My name is Brad, I'm the host of the CinemaSpeak podcast, and on today's video, we've got one of my most anticipated unboxings of the entire year. We're talking the Vinegar Syndrome Black Friday Blu-ray sale extravaganza. I love Vinegar Syndrome. I'm hyped for these Blu-rays. Bada bing, bada boom, let's get into it. So before we open the box proper, we do have to acknowledge the Vinegar Syndrome tape that they do put on their boxes here, which I love. I love their tape. It just brings an element of class to the proceedings. So as much as I hate to tear into this tape, I mean, you gotta do it to get to the Blu-rays, right? Now, this was shipped by FedEx, and as we love everybody who works for Federal Express, especially our listeners and viewers who work for FedEx, do have to acknowledge a few things here. Got a couple holes in the box there, a couple little bits of damage on the box, and there is some tape damage on the backside here, but the backside does have my address written on the box, so I'm not going to show that and dox myself, if you will. But I've got my scissors here, so let's just dig in, baby. Let's just finally cut into that tape. Ooh, such a satisfying sound. All right, we're gonna pop, drop, and roll, if you will. We're gonna rip this open here, get it on camera. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby! Woo! And we're in. We are in. And let's just acknowledge just some very nice packaging there. You know, we do have the bubble wrap in there. Always nice. Nice layer of protection. And this thing's loaded with blues. This thing's loaded with baby blues. Come on, baby. Let's go. All right, so we're going to pull this out. They really put this in here. Oh, look at this. Okay, so just a quick acknowledgement of this. This is double bubble wrapped. We got a double bubble going on, baby. That's why Vinegar Syndrome is the best. They always go with the double bubble. Woo! Now, I did actually make 3 separate orders during the sale, so that could be potentially why this is double bubble wrapped. I have no idea. Let's start here, though, with these, because with the Vinegar Syndrome site, they do post listings of how much stock an available title has. So there was 2 titles that were very, very low on stock, and I immediately went and purchased them within 5 minutes of the sale going live, and they did sell out extremely quickly. So let's talk about these that were my first purchases in the sale. This was my first of 3 purchases. The first one is a VSA title. Now, VSA is different from Vinegar Syndrome proper. VSA is Vinegar Syndrome Archive versus just typical Vinegar Syndrome releases. I don't totally understand the difference 100%. Something like VSA is supposed to highlight home video oddities or something like that. As far as I can tell, it just seems like the VSA titles are not as strong of a lineup as the regular Vinegar Syndrome. I don't know. I can't make heads or tails of it. I don't understand anything. But this is a VSA title that is now sold out. It is Champagne and Bullets. Champagne and Bullets, which is a film written by, starring, directed, edited, produced by John DeHart. And from what I understand, this is a weird oddity. It is a very bad film, from what I understand. John DeHart is a pretty incompetent filmmaker, from what I've heard. Like, this is just a bad film, but it's a very interestingly bad film, and it sounds like it'd be a fun little oddity. And this does contain several cuts of the film. One cut, which I think is the newest cut, is called Champagne and Bullets. The other cut is called Get Even. And I think there's one other cut as well. But I do love how this comes out from the bottom. Look at that. That is sexy. That is good. And this is just a really nice quality slipcover right here. And you can see that there was 6,000 of these produced. It's a limited edition, the VSAs. Once they're gone, they gone. And you can see it right up here. There were 6,000, and I have, 5,790. The 5,790th edition of Champagne and Bullets. So this is a one-of-a-kind. This truly is a one-of-a-kind, so I got to make sure I take good care of it. Let's just dig in and see what we got going on the inside. Remove this plastic wrap. This is just, oh, it just smells so good. This is like Christmas morning all over again. I love it. So we're gonna pop this open here. And really put that on good. Gotta love the clear cases. Always love the clear cases from Vinegar Syndrome. We pop it open. Looks like one disc, which I guess is a little surprising considering the multiple cuts. But we do get a nice champagne and bullets poster. If you're into that kind of thing, let's just take a quick look at this. See if I'm going to be hanging this up in my podcasting room here. There we go. Nice double-sided poster. There's a little bit of a tear there, but we can live with that. And of course, John DeHart, if you're watching and listening to this, listen, I haven't seen the film. I'm probably going to love this. I bought it hoping to love it. I've just heard mixed things about this. This could be a great surprise, and I'm very excited to check it out. So that's Champagne and Bullets, one and done. Let's keep it going. This next one is a partner label from Vinegar Syndrome. Vinegar Syndrome have their own releases, but they also have partner labels, which are not their releases, but they just sort of distribute them. And this one is a 4K. Very excited to have this 4K. It is Deadlock. Deadlock, which this also sold out very quickly. I believe this is a German Western, so that's on the inside right there. Kind of interesting, you know, it's not got the typical 4K case with the black up top. It almost looks like a DVD case, if I'm being totally honest, or a Criterion Blu-ray case, I guess. But this is Deadlock. It is a 4K UHD. Let's dig in here. Don't know much about the film, but it sounds quite good. And, you know, I'm not the biggest Western fan, but I want to discover more Westerns. And this one, the premise sounded interesting, and the fact that it's, you know, a little bit of an underseen German Western on 4K. Hell yeah, baby, sign me up! So we pop it open, got a few discs in there. Let's see, do we got reversible, some nice reversible artwork. Always a pleasant surprise. And I believe we have one disc that's a UHD and one disc that is a Blu-ray. So even if you're not in the 4K format, you could still watch this. Amazing slipcover. The one thing you got to acknowledge with Vinegar Syndrome, very nice slipcovers, nice little embossed lettering right there for Deadlock, even on the spine. Very nice stuff. So yeah, this is one I can't wait to check out. Also, I think it's a pretty short runtime from what I remember, which is always a bonus. And yeah, glad to have this and add it into my 4K collection. I'm so happy that these labels are releasing, you know, movies at this level. Like, not that the level of quality, but just level of fame, and releasing them on 4K. The fact that, you know, it's not just Fight Club coming out on 4K and shit like that. Let's save that one for last. Let's go into another VSA title. I did get a lot of VSAs and partner labels in this sale. This next VSA is the House of Usher. The House of Usher. Which actually, to be fair, these are my first two VSA titles I've ever bought, so maybe they all are like this, but I love the slipcover where it comes out of the bottom of the slipcover, kind of just shits it out. Love that. This one, it is limited edition of 4,000, and I had 3,873 out of 4,000, so getting close to the end of this one. But yeah, the House of Usher, I wouldn't say I'm a big Edgar Allan Poe fan, but I do like Poe, and, you know, I haven't heard a ton about this film, but it does star Oliver Reed, Donald Pleasance, and an Edgar Allan Poe adaptation. I mean, why not? Why not? Woo! So let's tear off this plastic here. I'm making a mess, but I'll clean it all up later. This whole place is a mess. I mean, even Vinegar Syndrome, the plastic wrap is of a higher quality than most releases. Like, that's how you know Vinegar Syndrome is just top tier. So we'll pop it open here. We got, you know, some nice reversible artwork there. I actually think I like the reverse side of the artwork better, but I'll leave it as it came, and I'll decide if I want to switch it over later. Again, VSAs come with a nice poster. I can hang this right up to next to my Champagne and Bullets poster. Very nice. See if you can see that there. I don't even know if it's all in frame. Can't see anything. But there you go, the House of Usher. If you're a Poe head, you gotta dip. You gotta dip. As far as I know, this one might also be sold out as well. So if you missed out on it, sorry, bud. You snooze, you lose. Let's pull out the last partner label here. This is a film that, you know, I've been on the fence about this one for a while. I think this one is getting close to selling out the slipcover as well. and I decided, why the hell not? You know, I could be dead soon. This money's not going to go with me. Might as well spend it. Not that this Blu-ray will go with me either, but it is a release from AGFA and Bleeding Skull. AGFA is the American Genre Film Archive. They release very, very low-budget genre films, and this one is Scary Tales. Scary Tales, which I kind of love how just like how little thought went into this slipcover. It's just I don't even know if this is a still from the movie, but just like, is that the actor with his sister? Who even knows? But we open it up and you got that on the inside. That's Scary Tales for you. This is a very low budget horror anthology. It was shot outside of Baltimore and shot on video. Super cheap, but I've heard nothing but good things about this from horror fans, that it's extremely, inspired in a way of like, here's some people who had hardly any budget, but they went in and they made a passion project, and it's actually a lot of fun to watch. So I'm excited to watch it. I think I'll get a good kick out of it. Open it up. There we go. Some reversible artwork there. Somehow the reversible artwork is even worse than the artwork on the front. Didn't know if that was possible. But yeah, I think this will be a real fun watch, and glad to have it in the collection. I don't remember if this sold out. It was very close, and I finally decided, hey, you gotta pop. Now this one, when it sells out though, you can still buy this, just the slipcover. This amazing limited edition slipcover will not be available if this did sell out. So that's Scary Tales. So those were all partner releases and VSA releases. So let's get into the Vinegar Syndrome proper with this one right here. This one is a film by Umberto Lenzi, and it is Hitcher in the Dark. Hitcher in the Dark. There are breasts on the back of this slipcover, so I won't show you the back of the slipcover so I don't get banned from YouTube. But Hitcher in the Dark, directed by Umberto Lenzi. I don't know a ton about this film. I did watch a review for it, and it sounded very sleazy, which is probably not surprising coming from Umberto Lenzi. And I don't think it has any connection to The Hitcher, which you might be a little bit of a classier horror film than this. But this sounds like a very, very kind of a skeevy, gross horror film, and I'm kind of excited to check it out. I haven't really dipped too much into Umberto Lenzi's filmography, but I just love Italian filmmaking from that era. I think if I had to pick a country, not that I want to generalize, the entire output from these countries, but if I had to pick a country outside of the U.S. that releases my favorite films, especially from this era of like the 80s and 90s, or whenever the hell this was, 89, or probably 70s, 80s, and 90s, I should say. I would probably say Italy. I love Italian horror, and it's my jam, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll pop it open, bada bing, bada boom, and it comes with some reversible artwork here. There's breasts on that, so I won't show you that, but there you go. There's breasts all over this one. But that's Hitcher in the Dark. Can't wait to check it out. Amazing slipcover. Once again, Vinegar Syndrome always delivers on their slipcovers. This next one's got a little bit of pedigree here. This one is All American Murder, featuring one and only Christopher Walken. Hey, I'm walking here. Hey, I'm walking here. Look at that. That is amazing on the back of the slipcover. I'm assuming I can show you that on YouTube. Not the breasts, but I think I can show you that. All American Murder. Don't know too much about it. It's a murder mystery. I think it's slightly giallo inspired. I've heard the word giallo mentioned in the same sentence as this film. And of course, it is an American film, so it's not like an Italian giallo or anything like that. But you mention giallo anywhere close to a movie, and I'm interested. I'm a giallo head. Like I said, I love Italian filmmaking. This, again, is not an Italian film. It's an American film, but, sounds like it's a bit of a murder mystery. You got Christopher Walken in here. It's gonna be huge. Actually, Richard Kind is in here as well. Not a bad cast. Let's see, this slipcover, I can show you this one. A little bit of skin in there, but no, nothing I can't show you. Which that artwork is not that inspired. I don't know, the artwork on this one, it's not like my favorite. Like, we're getting into Scream Factory levels with this, but it's fine. It's good. I think the image on the back of the slipcover, that in and of itself sells the film, I think. That is amazing. So All American Murder, I've heard it's a mystery, it's gory, it's a bit of a high school film, and it goes into some darker places than you would expect. So I'm excited to check that one out. And finally, the big one, the pièce de résistance. It is the 4K release of Scanner Cop and Scanner Cop 2. Yes, now this is a 4K release. We have to acknowledge this amazing 4K packaging. So you got Scanner Cop 2. You got both, the images on the both sides here. I don't know what I'm saying. And you pull them out and you've got nice individual releases here. Scanner Cop, boom, look at that. Look at these slipcovers. This is some just great stuff. And then we pull out Scanner Cop 2. Scanner Cop 2, The Showdown, I should say. I have not seen Scanner Cop before. I have seen the original Scanners, never seen any of the sequels, and I believe this is just somehow a Scanner spin-off, if you will. Seems like there's going to be some cool makeup effects in here, of course, like the original Scanners, and it's not like I'm a huge Scanners head. Like the first Scanners, it's a good film. It's certainly not my favorite Cronenberg film, but, this on 4K, like this is the stuff that I love with Vinegar Syndrome. The fact that Scanner Cop and Scanner Cop 2 got on 4K before the original Scanners. I mean, Vinegar Syndrome just puts so much love and care into their releases. Not a ton on the inside there, just, 4K in the Blu-ray. But, gets the job done, and we'll tear open the second one. I'm assuming it's going to be basically the same inside as the first. There you go. I mean, Daniel Quinn heads are just losing it over the fact that Scanners Cop 1 and 2 are on 4K. So just a real nice packaging here. Like, this box is quality. Like, you can hear that. That's some quality right there. This is going to look gorgeous on the shelf. And I'm happy to have it finally in the collection. This was released earlier in the year in the halfway to Black Friday sale, but in that sale it was not discounted because it was such a brand new release, and it was finally discounted for the Black Friday sale, and I picked it up, and I have no regrets. Woo! 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 So let's just take a peek here. There's the pile. That's the pile. That's the stack. All of them right there. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About, 8 if you count this as 2. 7 releases, 8 movies. A huge haul from the Vinegar Syndrome Black Friday sale. If anybody out there from Vinegar Syndrome is watching, thank you for the love and care you put into these releases. Films that maybe get more love from you guys than they even deserve, but I love you for it. Of course, I've never had an issue with picture quality on Vinegar Syndrome. I'm sure these are gonna all look fantastic. So there you go. That was my Black Friday Vinegar Syndrome sale haul. Did you pick up anything in the sale? What's your favorite Vinegar Syndrome release? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, the whole spiel on YouTube. You gotta rate, you gotta review, you gotta subscribe. No, that's podcasting. You gotta rate. You gotta like or dislike. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. Do whatever you do on YouTube, hit subscribe, and also make sure you check out our weekly podcast. It's the Cinema Speak podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, wherever you listen to your shows. Thanks everybody for watching, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.